Cambridge Semantics provides a semantic technology-based data integration platform to really enable, pulling data from structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, and using semantic models to help understand that the way that scientists or business users or analysts think about the data as opposed to the way machines think about the data. And there are many ways to think of that in the context of while we are here today, but the way I like to think of it is enabling chemical awareness in that search you're doing across that data. So it's all very well and good to say, find me all those connections across this data, but if I can't do it based on the domain that I'm looking for, in this case, chemical structures, it's not going to be too useful. So as I was saying, Cambridge Semantics, we provide Anzo, which is a software platform that manages this integration, and it's designed to be very, very flexible to basically take on the flavor of whatever data you're putting into it so that you can accommodate almost any kind of business problem. Pharma is one of our major industries with a number of the customers that are here in the room today, but we also apply the technology in financial services and the intelligence community. So one thing that Mark said today, resonated very well with me in that example that he gave, talking about wouldn't it be very nice if we could be told or alerted about that one new compound that Lily wrote about that paper the other day. And if you think about what's involved with a problem like that, it's not really your classic big data problem, right? It's not that any of those one sources is so big that there's no machinery that can deal with it. The problem is that there are so many different data sources implicit in what Mark said there. There are databases of drugs, there's patent information potentially, publications, and being able to combine all this information together in a common model to enable a query like that is the real challenge, and one of the real challenges in big data that people face today. So obviously there are lots of different data in different formats. You have requirements change constantly and unpredictably, so even if you wanted to design a system to handle that question, it might change before you're able to answer it or the business requirements move on. So reality of big data is it's a lot of small data problems, and that's what makes it really challenging. And so our approach, rather than looking at big data, is to try to make that data smarter. And the way we do that is we apply semantic technology to basically create a graphical representation of the data. Now, as chemists, I would imagine this kind of structure would make sense to you, right? It's relationships between data, just like relationships between atoms. With the bonds relating them here, they happen to be relationships. But ultimately, this is how we want to think about the information, so connections and relationships. And so what our Anzo platform does is it combines information coming from all different sources. These are just some examples, but virtually any kind of spreadsheet, virtually any kind of relational database, unstructured content. We partner with folks like Semantics to help us do that as intelligently as possible, and connecting to publicly available or premium content sources. And we bring that all together using our various connection products into the enterprise server. And then we use JChem base to index the chemical structures that are in there and then provide chemical search across all of that data brought together. So just a couple quick screenshots. This is our configurable dashboarding environment inside the Anzo product. And here we've integrated the Marvin.js widget that's going against the chemical index inside of Anzo, but via our query engine. So I'll be happy to show anyone this in detail during one of the breaks. Thank you.